What's up, everybody? 32 Icon here. I hope that you guys are doing well. I'm doing well myself. Please go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. In good faith that I will continue bringing you great content. Oh, and I'm just another YouTube personality, so take what I say with a grain of salt and do your own research, okay? All right, so we are back with another Glock 48 video. The first video I did was a couple of weeks ago, and I talked about some of the modifications that I wanted to get done. I didn't want to do a whole Gucci Glock thing. I just wanted a little bit of nip and tuck here and there. And so I'm going to show you exactly how it came out. Now, there are going to be two videos. The first video is just to show you what I got done to the firearm. The second video will be about how I felt after shooting about 200 rounds or so through it. All right, so let's get into the video. All right, so first of all, you guys know that Glock doesn't have the best out of box sights. So the first thing I had to do was get rid of those god awful sights, and I purchased the AmeriGlow Hackathorn sights for this particular firearm. All right, now it looks good, right? I know it's not a lot, but I'm gonna tell you what I did. Just hold on. All right, so obviously the front post is a bright orange post with a tritium inside, and the rear, I'm not sure if you can see it, is blacked out and is serrated. You guys know that I love a blacked out serrated rear because it draws my eyes right to the front post, and I don't have to worry about lining up any dots. So I really, really like that. Now, if you look closely, you'll see on the muzzle, right toward the bottom, it is beveled. All right, that is called a bob cut. Now, does it serve any purpose? Absolutely not. Okay, it's just aesthetically pleasing to the eyes. Okay, it's really nice to look at, and it gets rid of the extra material that is on the slide. It doesn't affect any type of reliability. It's just, you know, nice to look at, as most modifications are on firearms. They really have no practical use. I mean, maybe a couple here and there, but for the most part, it's just to bling out your firearm, especially for Glocks anyway. So that is a bob cut, and I really like it. The company that did that was Kill Shot Precision. It's a guy in my state. He doesn't even know I'm doing this video. He doesn't even know I have a YouTube channel. But he did it, and he asked me if I wanted any other modifications done to it, because he does like RMR cuts, serrations, all this good stuff. His work is really, really nice, and I'll put his information down below. But I was like, no, keep it simple. Just give me the bob cut, be done with it. And he did, and I really like it. Next, obviously he cut the slide, so he had to put a coating on for me. Now, he asked me what I wanted, and I was like, I guess I want to go all black. And he recommended the, I think it's called a nitride finish. It's a process that he uses to obviously color the slide to give it a new finish. It is not a Cerakote. I thought it was a Cerakote because when I picked it up, it feels so smooth, like factory, whereas Cerakote is a little rough. It doesn't feel as smooth. So I asked him, he said no. He said it's a process. I guess it's baked in like a salt bath, and heat and chemicals are added to the material to basically burn the metal black. I don't know. That's what he told me. So he said they're not adding like a Cerakote on it. It's really a process that they use, and that's why it feels different, and that's why it looks so sharp. So that's what I got done to it. It looks really good, came out really well. I'm very pleased with it, and I like having the black slide. Even though I'm tired of black guns, like if you see it in person, it's sharp. It looks good, it's sharp. It's really nice. All right, so moving along, you guys know that I'm left-handed. So I slingshot my slide into battery when I'm ready to shoot. So I know that Glock has a reputation of not really having the best serrations. Like they're there, but they're really not practical. So a lot of people enhance the serrations, which the guy who did the bob cut, he does that work. And I started to ask him to do it, but I was like, no, I don't want to get any more work done to it, where you cut a material. So I was like, what can I do? So I was looking at a couple of videos on YouTube, and the Arachne Grip came across the screen, which is this particular company, right? I don't know if you guys have had any experience with them, but I was like, okay, I watched a couple of videos. I was like, let me see what they're about. So, me being the inquisitive and frugal person that I am, I went on their website. I said, okay, I don't like the spider. I want something different, either all black or, just something different. So I happened to see an all black one. So I went to go order it. And before I ordered it, I emailed their company, and I was like, hey, I am doing a video on the Glock 48, and I'm looking for something for my rear serrations. And I was wondering if, you could do anything with the Arachne Grip. Basically, like, is black the only color that you have? So then they emailed me back and it was like, yes, we do have black. And I was like, I wonder if I could put something else on there. So I was like, well, could you do like 32 icons, since I'm going to be reviewing it on my channel? And I just kind of like want something a little different and corny. So he sent me a couple of examples of how it would look. And after going back and forth, we came up with this. Can you guys see that? Let me put it closer. 32 icon. Isn't that cool? That's amazing. Let me see. 32 icon. So I said, oh my goodness. Let me show you. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's probably not coming up the best on screen because the way the sun is glaring in, but it looks really, really good. So I was like, okay, well, all right, how much does that cost? Like, I want that. And he was like, don't worry about it. Take it. We'll mail it out to you. I was like, are you serious? He was like, absolutely. So he mailed it out. I put it on there. And in fact, he mailed it the next day. Like, the very next day. So that my slide had happened to already come in. Then this came in. And I put it on there. Oh my gosh. Like, works like a charm. All right, took it to the range. I'll tell you about that in the next video. But works like a charm. It really looks good. I didn't have to slice and dice it anymore. I like the way it looked. Has my little, I don't really have a logo, but I guess now I kind of do. And so I'm really happy about it. I'm really excited about it. And again, I know it's hard to tell, but that's what it looks like. So now that I have that, I was pleased. So that completes the slide. Now moving down to the frame of the firearm. I purchased the Larry Vickers extended slide release only because I'm left-handed. So sometimes I'll have to switch and put it over here. Whereas now I can just use my index finger and bring the slide home. So I do like the extended slide lock right there. All right, moving on. What else? So the grips. Now you guys know that I went in on Glock with these lack of texturing on their grips. So I wanted to do a stipple job, and I thought about it. I'm like, I don't want to put any more money into this pistol. Like, I just want it easy, breezy, simple. So I went on Talon Grip's website, ordered the rubber grips, not the granulated grips. And I know it doesn't give you that Gucci Glock look, But when I tell you that they are so practical and it's so comfortable and my hands just stick to it, it's honestly a great feeling. And although I wish I did have the little mild stippling to make it look a little better, again, I have other Glocks that do have that, so it's not really a priority for me. This was just something that was really simple, had the potential of being a carry firearm with a few modifications, some, you know, some visual appeal to it, and something I would enjoy having on my hip. So I didn't mind getting the Talon grips, considering that they are very, very practical for my use. All right, so I got those. They were easy to put on, and I'm happy I did. Now, moving on to the trigger. The trigger is factory, but I did add a double diamond 3.5 pound connector to replace the factory connector, and I did polish the internals like the trigger bar and the cruciform. So I did polish that myself. Bought me a little polisher and did a couple of little YouTube videos. Already had the polish itself, but I had to buy the tool. And I went to town. It was super easy, and polished it up. And let me see. Right, so a little take up. Okay. When it hit the wall, there's a little creep. Okay, right after the wall is a little creep. And then the reset. It's pretty short and very audible. All right, so let's try that again. So here we go. All right, I'm at the wall. A little bit of creep. And fairly short reset. All right, so how different does it feel than the factory trigger? There's a little difference there. I will say this though. I did not shoot the factory trigger. I just simply replaced the 3.5 pound connector and I polished it up and then I shot it. But from dry firing it prior to me putting the new connector in, there is a difference. The connector only cost me like $20 plus shipping. So is it worth the $20 expense and the, 10 minutes of polishing and taking my time looking over it and all that good stuff and taking it apart? Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Is it necessary? No, it's not necessary. Now, you're probably wondering if I'm going to get rid of this shoe. No, because I want it to remain as factory as possible. So I'm gonna leave it the way it is. I thought the little safety mechanism right here would bother my index finger like it does in the CZ P10C, the older models, but it doesn't bother it at all. Like, I didn't have any problems with it at all. My other Glocks have the Apex triggers in it, so I don't have to really worry about it. But no, it didn't bother me. So I was happy that I was able to keep it factory and add a couple of things here and there. Last but not least, I went on Amazon, I was on eBay and a couple other sites, and I could not find a plug for the grip there. And it feels empty without a plug. I don't like that space there. But I asked a couple of companies if they have anything to replace it, and they said, no, not yet. We don't have anything for the 48 because apparently there's a little, the dimensions are a little wider than the 42 and the 43. So the 42 and the 43 plugs don't fit the 48. So I gotta wait until they come out with something, and then as soon as they do, I'm going to plug it in. All right, so to wrap it up, I changed out the sights, Mariglow sights. I got the nitride finish. I got a bob cut here, arachna grips here with my logo on it, Talon grips. I got the double diamond 3.5 connector. I polished the internals, and I got the Larry Vickers extended slide lock. So that's it. And I am 100% happy about it. So I think that it came out great. Let me know your opinions on how you think it looks. I really like it, and I'm happy that I did it. And I don't know, let me see. So the sights cost me like $65. This cost me, oh, it didn't cost me a thing because he sent it to me for free. And he sent me 2 of them. Obviously, you saw the other one. The ghost connector cost me $20. I had to buy the tool to do it. And the Talon grips cost me $20. The finish on the slide plus shipping and handling cost me like, I don't know, I think like $80 with the bob cut. So I want to say this cost me less than $200 for all the modifications, like 180-ish, something like that, which I'm totally fine with. Again, I didn't want to go crazy with it. I just wanted to do something simple, and I can't wait to get into the second part of this video when we talk about how it performed for me. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know your opinions. I can't wait to hear it down below. And I hope you guys are treating one another with kindness, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks. Peace.